we have the official making film of Butt. So if you'd like to see the behind the scenes stuff with the director and a bunch of nonsense coming out of his face, shall we?
음악성 타이밍 같은 거는 한번 좀 맞춰봐야 되니까. 아까 이렇게 되는 거니까. 네.
Your name stuck on my tongue. No words but say too much. Every time I wanna go and get gone, you stop me with one touch.
아드레날린에 이어.
We need to look for something here. I want you to, I know you're watching, you're enjoying the candy that's on the screen, as well as the guys. We need to find out if when we do this scene here, not this one, not this floor, the green floor, we need to see if the green floor is actually hardwood and hollow. Okay? Keep an eye out. Listen.
Your name stuck on my tongue. No words but say too much. Every time I wanna go and get gone, you stop me with one touch.
아드레날린에 이어 배드도 1일차 첫 번째 씬에 당첨되었어요. 오프닝 요정이라고 하시죠. 탈색을 오랜만에 했는데 세 착 중에 두 착을 모자를 써버려. 그래도 그 느낌이 달라서 보이시나요?
Pulling it off.
사실 제가 한 건 없고요.
Wait, what?
달라서 보이시나요? 여기 지금.
Can you see it? You're pretty good at face. Oh.
사실 제가 한 건 없고요. 그 세트장이랑 분위기 자체가 결혼식장에서 민폐룩으로 나타나는 입장이라 제가 많은 연기를 하지 않아요.
Nuisance? But nobody, if you look like this and you're dressed like that, I don't care where you show up. No one is going to be like, this guy is such a total nuisance. Shut up. Get out of here.
네, 재밌는 요소가 될 것 같습니다.
안녕하세요. 여러분,
Is that a Tamagotchi on his necklace?
안녕하세요. 여러분, 오랜만에 탈색을 세게 했습니다. 아직 에이틴이한테 공개를 못하고 있어서 지금 윤호가
I think it might be a dead Tamagotchi.
어디 갔니? 윤호가 실종된 거 아니니? 일본에서 온 거긴 한 거니? 지금 한 온갖 추측들이 난무한데요. 사실 탈색을 해서 지금까지 얘기를 못하고 있습니다. 어떤가요? 새로운 머리 괜찮나요? 제가 신부는 아니지만 이런 손에 이런 것들 했습니다. She's so bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. Running on ice all bad, 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 bad. She's so bad.
Championship jaw right there in the front. That's my boy. Oh, if you ever get a chance to chat with Lulu, you need to ask her about her date with San.
Bad, 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 bad. She's so bad. 품에 뒤에 날술 놓고 도달라노 첼로고 꼰띠고 와이드 웬 유티 살렌도 크리모 펠리그로소 짜릿해서 난 팔을 떨려 넌 향기로 납니까 배약 빌고
처음에 시작 일단 내로피로 먼저 찍는 건데
생활로 이걸로 제 모습을 감출 거예요.
그쪽 3, 2, 1, 큐! 둘, 셋, 컷! 오케이, 좋습니다. 네. 고정해놨어요. 네. 오, 좋은데요?
어지러워 너의 그 미소 눈이 멀어 섞인 your halo 빠져버린 난 이제 포로 I feel like you feel Latina like no Cash along her body got the people calling Photoshop
Such a good transition.
Vegas now she don't stop 혼자 내 맘 가득해 나도 몰라 어떡해 내게 빠져 호적돼 호적돼 호적돼
She's so bad, 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 bad. She's so bad.
I'll be curious to see how they actually film that mask scene if they show it, because if that's the mask they use, the friggin' effort involved in making that work from the actual transition of the actor, like there are actually masks. Like I'm not even kidding. You remember the transition that we saw in the video? There are actually masks that are that good where they could have San looking like that other dude. So I'll be curious to see how they do it if they show. Damn it, buttons.
가장 배드한 모습을 연출하기 위해 다이아도 이루어진 상태입니다. 괜찮은 거 맞나요? 이거? 저 되게 돈 많아 보이시죠? 진짜 힘드네요. 요즘 금값이 올라가지고.
미쳐버려 올래 믿었어 but she ready for the room you know that I'm a river
편이 안 나와서 좀 아쉽네요.
오케이. 자, 우리 다들 일단
뒤로 많이 안
It sounded carpeted. Okay.
빡세긴 하네 지금. 이때 사실 도착이긴 해서 맞아.
네, 멘트 한번 할까요?
Yeah, you hear this? You hear this walking? Listen to this walking. If this were a hollow hardwood floor, I think we would hear these steps. Watch.
이때 사실 도착이긴 해서 맞아.
네, 멘트 한번 할까요? 예. 여러분들, 이거 저희 에이티즈 활동하면서 히트곡 될 거예요. 지금 역사의 현장에 있는 겁니다.
History in the making.
Okay, I say A, you say tease. A, tease, A. 오케이, 한번 소리 한번 지를게요.
Now, I had to point it out because when we talked about it in the video, there are still people, like I'm just saying, hey, they use some sound effects. It's a strange choice. Some of you have already alluded to the fact that in the lore, there's like different dimensions. That's wicked interesting, right? But people would be like, no, it's a hardwood floor. Like they're so determined to be like, no. And then like with proof, right? It's so weird. Now, meanwhile, I'm right and you're wrong. Nice.
She's so fun.
Hey, look at that look.
I feel like if we go Latina like that.
Jeez.
그대로 나오죠. 와. 거짓말 하나도 안 치고.
오늘 1일차 배드 뮤직비디오가 끝이 났습니다.
제가 맨날 뮤직비디오 찍을 때마다 맨날 똑같은 얘기 하는데 진짜 색다릅니다. 아무튼 이번 뮤직비디오도 정말 멋있을 거고 뭔가 되게 엄청난 또 분이 오셨잖아. 그래서 체이스 인피니티 분께 너무 감사하다고 꼭 말씀을 전하고 싶었습니다. 아무튼 1일차도 무사히 끝! 2일차에서 만나요.
둘째 날도 첫 번째 어때요? 오늘 또 약간 스트릿한 느낌으로 오랜만에
golden hour
탈색을 했는데
skin.
모자를 2번 썼어요. 근데 다 너무 잘 어울려서 안 쓸 수가 없었어요. 아침부터 군무라 잘해봐야죠.
I know it's makeup, but still, you could put a gallon of makeup on me. I'm not going to look like that.
그럼요. 이번 노래에서 오프닝 요정이잖아요.
안녕하세요. 배드 뮤직비디오 2일차가 밝았습니다. 오늘은 이렇게 또 저랑 송원이랑 정우와 첫 촬영으로 시작을 하는데요. 오늘도 한번 멋있고 재밌게 촬영을 해보도록 하겠습니다.
Do you think San thinks everybody's rude to him? Like, let's be honest. If you were at the grocery store and you're checking out, not checking him out, you're buying stuff, and then you hear excuse me, and then you turn,
1일차가 밝았습니다.
and this guy is looking at you like that. I feel like most of us are going to be like, and just, it's like, God, people are rude.
밝았습니다. 오늘은 이렇게 또 저랑 송원이랑 정우와 첫 촬영으로 시작을 하는데요. 오늘도 한번 멋있고 재밌게 촬영을 해보도록 하겠습니다.
God,
들어오는 약간 그런 거.
give the rest of us a chance.
I feel like you feel Latina like Cash along her body, got the people calling Photoshop. She be going places, wake up in Vegas, now she don't stop.
이런 거 좋아합니다.
이 고민지 현실인지 공간이 안 됩니다. 그냥 여기 있으면 난 춤을 추고 멋있게 할 텐데.
Jeez.
배만 마리 지나가.
안녕하세요. MG식 요즘 촬영이라고 들었어요. 오늘은 1차 또 촬영을 할 생각입니다.
Look at that shirt.
People calling Photoshop. She be going places, wake up in Vegas, now she don't stop. 혼자 내 맘 가득해, 나도 몰라 어떡해. 내게 빠져 호적돼, 호적돼, 호적돼. She's so she's so running all night so she's so
네, 골라줄게요. 됐습니다. 수고하셨습니다.
뭐 찍으세요? 어떻게 나와요 이렇게 찍으면 근데?
클레이인 것 같아요.
에이틴이도 아마 좋아할걸요? 이렇게 가까이서 찍으면 가까이서 보는 느낌이니까.
나 꽤나 귀여운 차를
원, 투, 쓰리, 포커스. 둘, 셋.
It's like cheating.
잠와요.
레디, 둘, 셋, 큐. 인사.
Now, this is actually pretty impressive. If you don't think about this, if you've never done something like this, there is something about having a friggin' camera that close to your face that when you know it's on and you have to do something, even if it's nothing, if you just have to look forward and not move, there's something about that camera that changes everything. You just start giggling, you start sneezing nonstop. So, San, mad props, bro. This is a professional.
컷. 예, 골랐으면 될 것 같습니다. 예, 수고하셨습니다.
제가 왜 나오죠? 미용실에? 제가 왜 있죠? 제가 보기엔 미용사분이 절 좋아하시는 게 분명해요.
Does your song not understand depth? As long as he's in front of the camera, he's good. You can see me, right?
아, 오늘요? 짜잔! 지금 이 머리를 하려고 왔습니다. 사실 이미 하고 왔어요. 여기 사장님이 날 좋아하시는구나, 우리 에이틴이구나 생각이 들고 있습니다. 뭐 아무튼 오늘 또 주변에서 다들 또 이쁘다고 해주셔가지고
You do look pretty.
약간 너무 부끄럽고, 근데 또 오늘 뮤직비디오도 잘 찍고 있는 것 같아가지고 아마 이번 뮤직비디오도 잘 나오지 않을까 싶어요. 기대되시죠? 아무튼 우리 에이틴이도 기대 많이 해주세요. 이번에 되게 재밌게 잘 나올 것 같은데, 그렇지 않아요? 이번 여름은 배드와 함께, 그 침대 베드가 아닌 에이티즈의 배드와 함께, 아무튼 이쁘게 봐주세요. 배불렀네. 드디어 에이틴이가, 생각 안 나네. 다음에 할게.
What? You have to explain this to me. What is with the squeaks? Teeny, where are you at? Explain this to the old man yelling at the clouds. What's with the squeaks? What do they mean? I know it's a ducky, but why? They're making fun little noises, but why? Is he Ducky? Do you call your song Ducky? Because he's a cutie. All right, so every time somebody's cute, they just squeeze the duck? Well, Tamara, we watch a lot of Korean stuff. I've never heard this many ducks. So that's why I'm wondering, like, it's the cameraman speaking? So he's not allowed to talk? They got to duck him out? They're like, shut the duck up, Henry! He's like, every time he opens his mouth. It's all over BTS. Well, we've heard it, but like, I feel like I've heard 16 ducks in this video. I mean, Run BTS, you might hear maybe, 2 in an hour in the soup? Yeah, okay. It's just a lot of ducks in this. I didn't expect. I thought it was missing something.
네. 드디어 에이틴이가,
All right, duck it. Let's just move on.
생각 안 나네. 다음에 할게요.
그 이쪽으로 아까처럼.
뭐 하는 거지? 뭐 하는 거지?
Now, is that Chase that they keep talking about? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
그럴까? 부들부들하다. 부들부들. 오케이.
You gotta tremble.
좀 화나 보였어요? 아닌가? 좀 더, 화나는 게, 화를 잘 안 내니까. 머리색 좀 괜찮죠?
Yes.
코토리 데이즈 에이틴도 해보세요.
My man.
Today is my
Chase
second
Infinity.
and final day of working on ATEEZ's music video for Bad, and I am so happy to be here, and I'm also so sad to leave.
Is she a singer? Was she an actress? What is she?
Because it's been so incredible, and all
Has she worked with them before?
of ATEEZ
Actress?
has been so
Okay.
nice to me, and I just feel so grateful to have been brought here to Korea to film with them.
Wow.
And the song is incredible, and I feel so honored that they wanted me to dance. So it's been the best experience, and I'm actually really sad to leave. But it's been such a treat to get to watch the process of ATEEZ making a music video, and I'm so grateful. So thank you, ATEEZ.
Oh, she's totally geeking out. She's been with him since debut. Damn. Academy Award-winning actress. Wow. She won Best Film with Leo DiCaprio. What was the film? What was the film that she won with Leo? Did an interview with Tableau. She's a sound bias. Yeah. Did K-pop dance covers in college. Damn. Okay.
나가면 안 돼. 이 원으로 지켜.
How come we didn't get any damn ducks with her, huh? She's adorable.
나가면 안 돼. 이 원으로 지켜. 나와. 나가.
이게 제가 탈락이라고요? 이게 맞아요? 이게 제가 탈락이라고요?
다시 한번 모여. 나와.
Boys, not in the house.
한 번만 하자고.
지금 성호 형 먼저. 잘생겼네. 잘했어. 얼굴 잘했어.
여기 지금 여기 댄서분이 계셔서 산이가 못 나가는 것 같아.
바깥쪽으로 말하는
여기 동선이 더 넓어야 되는데. 오렌지 훔친 게 아니고요. 굴러 들어왔습니다. 오렌지가. 춤추다 보면 오렌지 먹고 싶고 그러지 않겠습니까? 사실 여기 제 겁니다. 여기 다 제 체인점이에요. 타코집이고요. 여기는 이제 이발소도 있고. 제가 바운시 때 이제 망콘 염소랑 같이 촬영을 하고서 영감 받아서 만든 과일 가게고요. 여기 여성이다. 저희 이발소 가장 잘 나가는 스타입니다. 저희가 대표하는 스타고요. 저희 고양이 이발사분들 보이시죠? 이제 고양이 친구들이랑 같이 살다가 제가 열심히 이제 헤어 디자이너 분들입니다. 헤어 디자인묘 분들이고요.
청양고추 vibe, she's spicy.
She's so bad. She's so bad.
Running on and solo.
Damn, that's good. She's so bad.
Running on and solo.
종호가 아까 저기 가면서 저한테 뭐라는 줄 알아요? 옥상으로 따라오라 그랬어. 진짜 저기 따라가면 큰일 나거든요.
너에게 바치리 난 캡비토리야.
She's so bad. She's so bad. She's so bad. Every day, rich moving up the tempo, switching up the pace. Love the way she's moving.
I feel like if we go Latina like that.
저희 이제 단체 이전 한번 끝났고 다음 뮤비 때 마지막 테이크 있어서 좀 더 열심히 해보겠습니다. 저희 배들 너무 분위기 좋고 행복하게 찍고 있는데 앞으로도 재밌는 모습들 많이 보여드릴게요. Let's get it, man. What's up? 리듬을 어떻게 할까요? 이런 리듬을 괜찮아요?
거기에 너를 좀 넣어. 여기에 너를 좀 넣어.
바운스만 좀 들어가면 될 것 같은데?
Running on and solo.
See, it's always good when you can watch yourself on the monitor, because as you would understand, it's like you think you're doing something, And then you see it on the monitor, you're like, oh, I wasn't doing that at all. Yeah, I need more bounce. But I was bouncing. Come look at the monitor. Oh, I was not bouncing. Oh, it's strange. Because the truth be told, like when you're on camera, there's a lot of things going on that you have to do. There's marks on the ground. You got to make sure you get to this mark. You're going to be going at this rhythm. Make sure you end here. You turn around. When you turn around, don't turn around so far that the light is different on your body. There's so much going on. So when we say more bounce, if you don't bounce, I'm going to have to show you on the monitor.
이런 리듬. 거기에 너를 좀 넣어. 여기에 너를 좀 넣어.
바운스만 좀 들어가면 될 것 같은데?
Running on ice alone. She's so bad. Running on ice alone. 품에 뒤에 내 술로고 도달라노 첼로고 곤띠고 Wild when you tease talento 크리모 펠리그로소 짜릿해서 난 팔을 떨려 넌 향기로 난 믿어 배야 피구라 같은 패소 미쳐버려 올래 믿었어 but She ready for the room You know that I'm a real VIP member I don't even smoke, I don't drink She rolling so classy like Koi by Cuba A voice in my head, that's all I wanna hear Got me writing poems in my John Shakespeare Caught in a web, she a Spidey 청양고추 vibe, she's spicy She's so bad, 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 bad She's so bad
오늘은
His whole dance that we just watched, for anybody over 40, so many of these dances that we watch, like you probably watch me figure them out, and then you do your own little TikTok of them. You're like, okay, here's my TikTok, whatever, and then that right there, all that movement, no, our arms and legs are flying off. There's so many pinched nerves, something about it. Oh God.
You know that I'm a real VIP member I don't even smoke, I don't She rolling so classy like Koi by Cuba A voice in my head, that's all I wanna hear Got me writing poems in my John Shakespeare Caught in a web, she a Spidey 청양고추 vibe
Now you think I'm being stupid. I'm telling you, when you get to these ages, you gonna find out real quick.
She's spicy She's so bad, 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 bad She's so bad
And then your hair will look like that from just walking to the kitchen.
오늘은 이제 저희가 또 바운시 때 케이아 칠리 페퍼 했었잖아요. 그때는 이제 약간 미션을 수행하는 비밀 미션을 수행하는 수행원으로 나왔는데 오늘은 짜자잔 첨가점 주인이 됐습니다. 케이아 칠리 페퍼라는 이름으로 첨가점을 열었습니다. 그때 그 작전 수행에 성공한 이후로 첨가점 열었고 아까 이제 그때 당시에 망콧 역할이 아니고 망콧이지 걔 이름이 망콧이었는데 같은 염소는 아니지만 또 다른 염소와 함께 촬영을 했고
Oh, it was a different goat. Oh, damn, I was just about to say, we haven't heard a duck in a while. They got me.
연습실에서는 계속 일관되게 하던 것들이 있는데 뮤비 촬영장에는 이제 뭐 분위기나 이런 거에 따라서 저의 그 느낌이 달라지니까 같은 걸 해도 몇 개씩 준비해와요. 약간 이렇게 포인트가 되겠다 하는 것들은 이번에도 몇 개 준비해온 것 중에 이제 이 마지막 하나가 제대로 걸려가지고 반응이 좋아서 이제 그거를 아마 많이 쓰지 않을까. 보통 이렇게 해서 음방 때 이제 첫 방에 뭐 어떤 제스처를 하는지가 이제 결정되기도 하고 막 그러죠. 뮤비 때 해보면서 제일 반응이 좋고 왜냐면 여기가 다들 이제 전문가분들이 가장 많이 보는 시점이니까 그래서 준비 잘 했고 오늘 개인컷 촬영을 마지막 날이라서 오늘 불태우고 이따가 트레일러 촬영을 찍을 예정입니다.
청양고추 vibe, she's spicy
네, 고생하셨습니다. 네, 고맙습니다.
고맙습니다.
이 눈을 보면 홀린 듯이 걸어간다. 그냥 약간 홀린 듯이 걷는다.
네,
정도면 될 것 같아요.
알겠습니다.
눈 센터로 고정. 둘, 셋.
걸어간다. 둘, 셋. 던지러 하고 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷.
Remind me to come back to this point at like 19 minutes and go over this walk to the door from the epilogue.
자동문인 것 같은데.
네, 감사합니다. 보영 나와줘도 될 것 같고요.
Hi!
또 제가 오늘 뭐 3일차인데 감사하게도 오늘 좀 제가 늦게 또 출근을 했거든요. 그래서 컨디션 좋은 상태로 지금 촬영을 하고 있는데 아무튼 3일차 비록 제가 아침부터 함께 하진 않았지만 마음속으로 응원을 하고 있었어요. 3일차는 또 제가 마무리 잘 하는 걸로 하겠습니다. 파이팅!
Wow. Good shots.
아, 드디어 장작 4일차에 촬영이 끝이 났습니다.
That was an easy day.
잘 나올 것 같아요. 그 우영이가 계속 펜파인애플 아저씨 같다고. 그러니까 저거는 좀 닮긴 했더라고요. 그래도 여러모로 뮤직비디오는 잘 나올 것 같아요. 이번에 또 새로운 도전을 해봤는데 잘 나오겠죠. 그래서 이번 뮤직비디오를 봤는데 생각보다 탈색이 주는 그 약간 나쁜 이미지가 되게 좋아서 활동 때까지 유지를 해보려고 합니다. 언제 마음이 바뀔지 모르겠지만 검은 머리 많이 했으니까 잘 나오길 바랍니다.
아, 고생하셨습니다. 네, 이렇게 당장 3일 동안의 배드 뮤직비디오가 끝이 났는데요. 진짜
3 days.
길다면 길고 좀 저한테 짧게 느껴졌어요. 아무튼 제가 이렇게 오늘 좀 마지막 이렇게 순서로 이렇게 마무리가 됐는데 너무 고생 많으셨고 우리 스태프분들 또 매니저님들 멤버들 너무너무 고생 많고 댄서분들 또 이렇게 특히 엑스트라 같이 서주신 분들 너무 고생 많았고요. 네, 저희의 배드 뮤직비디오는 너무 끝끝하게 나올 테니까 많이 배드 많이 기대해 주시고 뮤직비디오 그리고 음악 방송 많이 기대해 주십시오. She's so
All right, let me show you something. All right, so let's see. This is the end. Okay. So, just says that he's the last one to shoot. This shot right here, I'm going to guess is only moments before this part here.
비디오가 끝이 났는데요.
Okay, and they're still on set. You can kind of see, it looks like it could be the end of the day, right? A little dusk action, kind of sort of, depending on where they are and where the open windows actually are, or windows like themselves. So this right here is great. The lighting coming through the window, it's supposed to look like daytime. But in reality, we've got a set and we've got either a massive light or a couple lights. And then depending on what the temperature of that light is come through the window, that's what's going to pass off the lighting of the room. Now, I say temperature, I don't mean like, I mean like the temperature of the light in terms of Kelvin. So if you want daylight, you're looking at like, what is it, 5,600 Kelvin. If you want like a yellow light, you're looking at like 3,500. So we get into temperature, right? So like right now, I think mine's at 4,700. I don't want it to look like daylight. So what I'm guessing is the light that's out here is probably around, like they've got them set for like 5,600 Kelvin. If they drop those down to like 3,500 or 4,000, you're probably talking, you know, like a real moody kind of golden light. But lighting plays a big part. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I want to go to the epilogue. I want to kind of cross-reference these and show you something. It's minor stuff, but I think it's interesting. And then you can impress your friends. Okay, so we're going to watch the epilogue first. I'm going to go back and watch the scene in the making of. So in that scene right there, you see how dark it is, how moody it is.
눈을 보면 홀린 듯이 걸어간다. 그냥 약간 홀린 듯이 걷는다.
네,
정도면 될 것 같아요.
알겠습니다.
Now there's a couple options here. There's a couple possibilities. Either this piece that we're seeing is just cut footage, or this is them filming the actual shot. Okay. So also this camera that we're watching on right now, this B-roll camera, this behind the scenes camera, is not going to have the exact same settings as the cinematic camera that they're filming. But what I want you to notice is you see how bright the studio is. Wait, let's see something. Okay, also, right here. So here is probably the focus puller. That person is working with the camera operator to make sure that the focus is correct for that shot. It's probably not the camera operator themselves. Okay, so you're going to another person there probably pulling focus, and then you have somebody behind the camera operator that's kind of making sure they don't bump into stuff. A whole bunch of team for one camera. But if you look right here on the right side, this appears to be the monitor that the camera operator is looking at to make sure that the shot's composition is right. If I can get a couple more frames. Can you see how bright that monitor is? Okay, so that's pretty bright. And it also reflects how bright it is in the studio. So how do we get to this? Now, the reality is, if you were to shoot, and of course it depends on the cameras and the budgets and all that kind of stuff, and I am 100% going to tell you, I am not familiar with like Hollywood level stuff where we're talking $250,000 cameras and teams of 75 people. No. The best camera we've got on the team is a $25,000 Red, which I throw around like out of helicopters and all kinds of stuff because that's just what the job takes sometimes. But how do we get here, right? If we film this scene as it is, and on the camera, it looks like this, it's most likely gonna look like absolute dog shit because the darker it is, the more the camera and the sensor has to work to like add light to it to kind of get a picture. And then you have what's called noise. Noise enters the picture and it almost looks like static. How do I put this? You punch up the ISO of the camera, it starts adding noise, and then it just looks like hell. And it almost, sometimes it doesn't even matter how good your camera is. If your settings are all messed up, it looks grainy, it looks like hell. So what you do is you shoot with the light so that you have plenty of light to work with, and you have to make sure that the shadows are right. So if we have this shot here, look at this right here. You see how there's light coming out of the building, and we have the shadows right here. It's dark down here, and even on his face, we've got shadow. Well, even when it's bright, you're still gonna get shadows. But you have to be able to kind of look and see where the shadows are, and it's just gonna be more prominent when we take the post that was filmed like this, and then we start to color correct and color grade, and then drop it. It's way easier if the exposure is correct to bring it back down and then make it dark and moody as opposed to the other way. You can't take dark, crappy footage and then make it better. It doesn't work that way. It never works. Then you got to get wicked creative in how can I make this grainy, disgusting shot look like something that makes sense. It's bad. So you film with the light that you need, you check for the shadows, make sure everything composition-wise looks good, and then when your colorist gets it, they can turn it into this, and they can give you that mood that you're looking for, as long as the shadows are in the right place. And honestly, for me, because sometimes my projects are so fast that I don't even have time to take the footage or the product and give it to a colorist to start like making it look pretty and perfect. So sometimes I just take what I have, and honestly, I go as much as I can with each of my shots or scenes or whatever. I drop the exposure by like 10%. I bring the saturation down like 20%. And then I take the shadows and I pull the shadows down, and what you see real quick with just these quick major movements is it goes from looking like it was something that somebody filmed with a good intention. The lighting looks good, it looks fine, but it doesn't look cinematic yet. As soon as you drop the saturation a little bit, 20, 25%, and you bring those shadows down, it starts to give you this feel right here, because now the exposure is starting to like crisp up and give you a little bit of contrast. And that's just one of those like real quick band-aids that you can use if you got to be shooting things out. Now, these cats, these high-level teams, they're not working that way. They're doing everything by the book. Okay, now it's done. I give it to the colorist. The colorist who has a degree is going to do their thing. Yep. And then just here's another little tidbit for you. Normally, I would say this shot was done. Let's just say it's done in the same position. Once we get this shot with this camera, we're going to have him freeze, and then we're going to get the camera right in front of his eye. We're going to get this shot right here. Normally, I would say the lens is going to have what we call a low T-stop or an f-stop. It has a very shallow depth of field, and that's why his eye is in focus, and even as close as we are, his nose is out of focus. The perfect plane of focus is very, very shallow, very thin. And that's why back here his ear is very out of focus. So there's two ways you can do this. You can either do it with a lens that has a very shallow depth of field, like a 1.2 or a 1.4 even, and there's even lower ones than that. Or you can do that with a pretty standard lens, but then in post, you can do what's called a focus blur. You want the eye to be in focus, and then from out from there, you have almost like a vignette of focus that gets more out of focus as the ring grows. So if this is in focus, everything else is just gradually going to become more out of focus. And that would be my guess, because it's almost like you can see this very clear kind of edge right here where we go from crystal clear hair, and then it's just like zip, and it's all out of focus. It's not a big deal. There's no right or wrong. It's just different ways to accomplish what you're trying to do. So that's a little tidbit stuff that you can do. That way I can still claim I'm a director and everybody's happy. Because I think I've been doing a lot of fanboying lately. Getting lazy in my old age. Now, let's take a guess. I want you to listen closely. Okay, this is your chance to impress me as the director. I want you to listen to the door open. Do you think the door opening was real, or do you think it was fake and added later? Listen. What are your thoughts? You think it was added later? Think it's fake? Sound effects? Definitely fake and added later. I agree with you. Now we call that Foley. Foley are fake sound effects, essentially. I agree with you. And the main reason, aside from the obvious, which is pretty much every sound effect you hear is fake these days, it's just kind of how it works. You have to be able to balance so much of it, and it's a very, very tricky process. Sound design is almost more important than so much of the visual. That's a fact. If your sound sucks, nobody's buying it. Listen to how crisp and clear that handle opening is. It sounds like, look how far away we are from, at the door. That handle opening should not sound like it's right here. It shouldn't. Because even though we can hear his footsteps have a little bit of it's Wu Young. Thank you. They have a little bit of reverb. You can kind of hear the steps echoing through the space, even though that's Foley too. But that door opening, it sounds like we're in the room with him when he opens the door. It doesn't sound quite right. That's just a minor note. And also, I thought it was a push bar at first too, but from here it does look like a handle. It looks like a handle that he's pushing or something. I'm not sure. I like the way that the door closes and then we get this. That's just a nice touch. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh, it's good. Like you feel it, that you feel that vibrate inside you. Nice. Good stuff. Oh, man, that was fun. I mean, give you a little director lesson, too. It's been a while. Well, not really. I think, Well, I guess the BTS video we did, Merry Go Round, that was probably more symbolism than I think cinematography and stuff. But oh, good stuff. This was fun. Yeah, that bass on that epilogue, like that bad epilogue. If you don't have headphones on or earbuds in, you are missing out. That is impressive. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, hopefully you had fun tonight. I think tonight was good. I think the next question, like we already have our next album deep dive scheduled, which is going to be August 11th, I think, and that's going to be a Stray Kids one. But I do think though we're going to have to get some other albums on the horizon for deep dives. Now, when I say that, there's no place for you to request them yet. We do have a request section, but not just like whole albums. I know we talked about the potential of doing like Golden Hour 1 and 3 because we haven't done those yet. But I also want you to think about which albums are really worth diving into. Not something that's just a bunch of good songs, but something that you think might have some actual meat to it that we can really sink our teeth into. Yeah. So always something to think about. I mean, the way I look at it is when it comes to an album deep dive, and we do have a couple 101 set up. I know we're doing a Stromae 101. We're doing a Ray 101, 21 Pilots. Who else? I think there's somebody else. So we got a few coming up. But when it comes to the albums, I really do like to kind of dissect and see what we see.